It is.
Hi, Sue.
Hi, Sue, can you hear us?
Oh, that's how I was.
There you go.
What is this new thing?
I know, right?
Do you also send a video? One of those short videos to a potential client, or no?
We usually do, and we didn't send one to Joan, but
What do you think, Lisa? You?
You guys have seen what I've done in the past, how things change.
Yeah.
Ever since convention, I really don't bombard people with a lot of things. Let's focus on the well-being evaluation first. I give them that one piece because that's a big thing for people to slow their life down, to even take that. What does it take? 3 minutes to even do that?
right.
So there again, we're trying to get people just to focus on the one step at a time. Then whenever they get the one step at a time, then we follow back up with them. We find out basically how they scored, so that way we as the health coach can know how to guide them in the process.
Good.
So.
Sue, can you hear us?
Yes, finally.
Great.
Oh,
Hi. Nice to meet you.
It's very broken up and I'm getting things delayed.
Oh, okay.
Let's see. We can mute. Do we want to mute and see if that works?
we can try. Does that help?
I don't know. Whoop. Are you still there?
Yes.
I don't see anything anymore.
We see you. But you need to see us too.
That's so funny.
Now, do you have a little above on the right-hand corner? There's like where you can do the full screen where you can see everyone.
I don't know. Let me see. No, it's funny. I'm on because I had just finally got it to launch. Just as everybody came on. And so I just have, it says Zoom, and it says a download should start automatically in a few seconds. If not, download here.
Do you have another window that's open?
I don't know.
If you close, I know what screen you're talking about.
There we go. Okay, perfect.
Can you see us now?
No, excuse me again. I don't think the muting makes a difference.
Okay.
When there's a lot of people, just so you know, in the future, when there's a lot of people, usually whoever's not talking will mute because there will be distortion in background stuff. But
Okay. It seems a little better now. Maybe I just had too many things going on.
okay.
And sometimes we will even say, I think I was somewhere whenever Steve just said that, and then I just lost it. So I won't even go anywhere because I've just lost what I was going to say to you. But anyway, we're so glad you're on. That's the big thing, because this is a great way to connect, and it's a great way for to get people on where we can all sort of see each other, because there's something about being able to look in someone's eyes where you can see the body language. You can, it's a trust kind of thing. Don't you guys agree?
Yep.
Yeah. And I mean, you can do by the phone or you can do by text, but it's nothing like this. So, this is a tool that we use. So this tool is going to be accessible to you as well. So anyone that you have spoke to about the program, that's really basically what it's more of getting started. You're a health coach, you're excited, but yet sharing the things with you that's going to help you not have to hit the roadblocks like we've all hit, because we've all hit roadblocks.
Oh.
Yeah. So we're going to help you bypass the roadblocks. How does that sound?
Oh, good. Yes, because I'm very overwhelmed at the moment. I got my box. I do have people interested. I just don't even know them to my website.
Okay.
And I don't even have that set up yet. Like, I don't have a picture or all that jazz.
No,
Okay.
and no worries, because we've all been there, and we're all still pretty new, other than Lisa. And so don't feel bad. We were exactly where you were, and Lisa, I'm sorry, I'll do this real quick. Before I had Nancy, what I would do, and I didn't want to like bug Lisa all the time and call her every day. So we've got coach services. We've got so many resources at our fingertips. I was on the phone with coach services every time I had a question, because they're there. I think they're there almost 7 days a week. They're there till like 9 o'clock. I think on Saturdays as well. So little things like, oh my God, how do I set up my bank account direct deposit? Oh my God, what do I do with my website? Every time I had a question, I just dialed it, and they're so great to deal with. And
Okay, perfect.
you know, so don't panic, because I won't know all the answers. Nancy won't. Lisa will probably know a lot of them. But if we don't know it, coach services, go right there. And that's what they do. That's what they do.
Question, the box of stuff I got, how do I write, like, what should I write on there? Like, I don't have stickers or anything yet to give to people so that they don't go away and research somebody else instead of going to my site. Like, because I could bring them to the salon, but I don't want to just leave them without my info on them. Like, what should I put on there? Like, what's the best?
Okay. So I'm going to let everyone, because see, I love all the interaction. I'm going to tell you, because you know, you're a hairdresser. Is that correct?
Yeah,
Okay. All right. So I'll share with you the things that.
that's when I showered.
Yeah. Okay. Now you've been on the program. Is that right?
Yes.
Okay. Tell me about your journey so far.
It's definitely been, I've been trying to do it real life. I told Nancy that I've always approached things real life. So I am very OCD, A-type personality, so I could do it exactly like it said, but I felt just 30 years behind the chair. Most people don't do it that way. They're going to have their cocktail on the weekends. They're going to grab that piece of bread. So for me, knowing this was a life journey, not a short journey, I chose to do, in my mind, real life. It's also very hard. My husband works a swing shift, 12 hours a day, 7 days a week, a different shift every week. Our 2 weekends off, he tries to pack a month's worth of stuff in, which is not a complaint, but it's like dining or having drinks and I've been very conscientious with it. And I probably cheat, what I call cheating, twice a week, but it's usually not even really my meals. It's having a cocktail and then maybe, like a piece of bread that I normally wouldn't have with the 5+1. So I haven't hit my weight goal in my mind in the weeks that I wanted to, but I'm not upset about that. Right now, and that's why I chose to join now, is that people are really starting to notice. Like, I think everybody probably got that, like when I saw Nancy. Like, they're like, whatever you're doing, I want it. Health issues, really, really good. I told Nancy I have 2 autoimmune diseases. I do now know that stress definitely plays a part, because I've had some pain that I didn't have when I first started the program. After a week, I told Nancy my pain was gone. I've not been pain-free in 10 years. And in the past, just a quick brief, because I know I haven't seen Katie, I haven't even met Steve. I did 10 months at a time, almost all different cleansings. I did no alcohol at all, a drop, 9 months. Took out all the whites, your breads, your sugars, your grains, your pastas. Gluten for almost 8 months. All of those programs, I felt slightly better, not a lot, and I always had pain, and I didn't drop a pound, not one. And I don't know what it is. That's why I was a little nervous. I asked about the soy thing, because for me, I know it's the soy. I know by replacing the protein with the soy protein and the balanced meals has had to have made that impact, because I've tried everything else under the sun. So I believe that. So when you talk to people about that, they're like, oh, soy's bad. And my life motto is nothing's bad in moderation. Like if you were going to change your whole diet to soy, I'd probably say that's not a great idea. But everything in moderation. And you're not supposed to be on this for the rest of your life.
Right.
So if it gets you where you want to be, then that's the best, I feel, the best route. And I love knowing, I think this is a security blanket for me. If I go off program, say, like I get on a tangent, I know I can go right back to it. It's like right there in the pantry.
Right. That's right.
So I think it's easier for people. Like I have two people that they're like, you got to tell me when I can start. And but both of them they love life. They love drinking on the weekends. They love their food. And I said to both of them, if I told you no drinks at all for 2 weeks, could you do it? I mean, just even 2 weeks to get you started. And they were both like, yes. If I could look like you, I'll do it. And I'm like, well, I could do a lot of things. But so just approaching them real life. But then I got like nervous. I'm like, oh my God, how do I actually make this work for them? Like, I don't want to disappoint them. Like, I love it. How do I not disappoint them? And how do I get them started?
Okay.
Exactly.
Share. I want to share something with you. All you have is your story. All you have is what the program has done for you. Sometimes we get in the way whenever we are so worried about what are they going to think about, like it's got soy, what it's. But if we present it to them in that manner, it's always going to pop up.
Right.
It's always going to pop up. So you need to be, the only thing you need to be enthusiastic about is your story. And that's it. Okay. You own your story. You are the living example by you putting action into this. And this is what kind of results you got. So it doesn't matter about anything else other than your results and what you did with the program. I would highly suggest do not hand out pamphlets or material. Here, read this. Here, do this. Here, check this out. I wouldn't do that. I would basically, whenever someone says, "Oh my gosh," so tell me what you've done. Well, all I can tell you is I'm eating 6 times a day and I've got this phenomenal health coach. And I have this community of people I hang with. And we are living this lifestyle together.
Okay, great.
And then they go, oh, wow. Well, and then if they start going into that, like, well, what do you eat? How does it work? Those kind of things. Well, first of all, let's find out a little bit about you. I'm going to email you a well-being evaluation.
Okay.
And I want you to take that evaluation so that way that I can know how to support you in the 3 areas we support people. Because the thing is, you've got to see the healthy physical transformation, because being a hairdresser, looking in a mirror, I was all about the physical transformation, number 1.
Right.
And I loved it. And then whenever I transformed there, I never dreamed that the healthy mind part would play a huge role in long-term wellness, long-term optimal health. I never dreamed that. So it's been a journey for 10 years, but what's going to happen is, you got the physical, but you've got to get the mind. You said you're a little bit type A, ADD. You're probably a researcher. You're probably information. You love information because you can gather it. So we're going to be able to, the healthy mind component is going to help you to where there's going to be a calmness that comes to where you're going to marry the healthy body and mind together.
Okay, great. So you suggest, like I did with Nancy, truthfully, I saw her and I was like, sign me up. So yes, that's what I'm hoping. And that, even though I'm like, oh my God, how do I don't even know what my website is. I know that sounds stupid, but I'm like, I don't even know.
Yes. Well,
no,
you should have received an email about the basic simple steps of getting that set up. And it's like, okay, once you get your website set up, you actually can go ahead and start signing up clients, and then Nancy will help you to be able to get those first clients started, which of course there's Steve and Katie that we all work together so that way that you don't have to know everything. You just have to go, hey, there's people wanting to do it, and all I know is my story with the program, and you've got a support team that's going to help you get people started.
Okay. Yeah, like Nancy, like you have your cards. Like, is that the best way to go? Like, give them a business card?
Yes, but I don't suggest the ones through Take Shape for Life. I don't like how they came out at all. So you can go on there, but all that information is in My Office in Motion, your back office when that gets set up.
Okay.
And that's everything where you work on your website is also in there. So I think the first thing you do is you set up your Office in Motion, correct? And then, which I'm like blanked out on how I even did that, because that was a total, I didn't know what I was doing.
I went on and I think I started to look, like even like for, like, I think I started to play around with it a little bit.
Yeah. And then, so that would be the first thing when you go under, and I don't know what the heading is right now without it in front of me, but you go under and it would show you your website, and then you just add pictures to it. It's pretty much set up for you, but if you have a name for your website, and it allows you to put that all in step by step.
Okay, and then it will show me what it actually is to tell other people. Is that, am I understanding that correctly?
In that office part, there's how, go ahead, Lisa.
Well, there's so many things that is so automatic for us to think we have to do before we really get started in supporting clients. You really, as far as business cards, you don't need business cards until you go to events and you hook up with other health coaches. I never had a business card, never. And it's,
well, I would actually use my beauty salon health cards actually, and just write the website for the Take Shape for Life on the back of it. So that way, for now, it's easy.
okay. Well, I would suggest if you want to grow pretty fast, if you would like to supplement the healthy finance side, I never send anyone to my website either.
You don't.
The reason I do not do that is because they go to the website, there's too much information, they get overwhelmed, and they get all this stuff, and then they start going into comparison mode about, oh my goodness, I don't know if I can do this, and I don't know about this, and I don't know if I can eat that. So what if you focused on what they need right now?
Okay.
And they say, I just want to do what you're doing. Most people, whenever they say that they don't care about getting more information. They just say, here's my credit card. Let's go ahead and get started.
Yeah, that's what I did to Nancy. I'm like, when?
Yeah. And so with other people that comes in and they go, oh my gosh, you look so fabulous. What are you doing? Rather than going, hey, here's my business card. Here's my website. Go to that. All I can tell you is you'll lose a lot of people that way.
Okay.
Okay. But if you say, hey, I would love to schedule a time with you. Now how many hours a week do you work right now?
Oh, 24, about 30.
Okay. So you're a very busy gal.
Yeah.
And I know whenever you get home, you're very tired and you don't want to talk to anyone else.
Almost.
I totally understand that. So if you can schedule throughout the week, whatever day that you have a little bit more flexibility, a little block time, whether it's an hour or 30 minutes or whatever, then these people that you're gathering that says, oh my gosh, you look great, I really want to know a little bit more. So I tell you what, let me schedule a time and let's us talk this week whenever I'm not at work. And I'll share with you a little bit more about the program. So that gives you time to where you're not just letting them know all this information. They're going to take it and go ahead and decide that they're not ready to do the program.
Right.
Okay?
And just like Nancy, I want to do it quick. Like I want to get them ordered and signed on before they start asking questions.
Exactly.
Who's in the house and they've got to start.
And
like Nancy's right. I went, oh my God.
You would probably
do brownies. I'm so mad.
You would probably do very well if you had a sign-up sheet at work and had a name column and an email and a phone number. and,
Oh, yeah.
and say, if you're interested, go ahead and just, put your information down there, and then I will contact you this week and we'll get together.
Yep. And that's what I was thinking, Nancy. I don't know if anybody's tried, like, people are so busy, like, I didn't know of having, like, on a Sunday, like, have people over to preview, you know what I mean? And just be like, if this is what you want to do, and then sign them up right there.
That you got that option too. That's very good, because people get to being around each other does something too. And plus, if there's you and Nancy both doing this together, see, there's two people. And then there's power in twos, because people can see the transformation. Then of course Nancy can share the story about how many in her family has been on the program and how much weight they've lost. She can also invite them. Hey, are you on Facebook? We have a Support for Life group. I can add you in there where you can see what other people's doing. See, the thing is we're actually just the guide. We're guiding people to the water to drink.
Yep.
But we are connecting them to the resources that they need, so that way because basically the program structure is easy to follow. But where people sometimes life gets in the way is where they're stressed to the max. It's a healthy mind part, basically. They're stressed to the max, or they're unhappy in life. So we try to find the places in their life that's unhappy and connect them with people that, just like, there's Katie and Steve that's been doing the program for a while. And so, see, they have an experience from the time that they started. So, see, everybody's got different stories. So if we can connect people together, then that way they can gather the information and they feel safe. They feel safe knowing that there's more people than just one or two people doing the program.
Oh, yeah, absolutely. And I don't know if anybody else has found, but I found, like, it's very economical, because I was a huge cook. We're saving grocery money, and my husband's going to be next. I said to him, he's got to try it. Oh, God, you know him, Nancy. He's not so happy about this. But I'm like, you have to at least try it for me and see. You know what I mean? Because he will feel better, too. Like, I know it's for him. He'll feel better.
Yes.
Yeah.
So I think, like, the more people you can get into, at least try it.
Yes.
So you don't suggest giving them any information at all then?
I would, and it's hard to go into this as a brand new health coach owning what it is that you're doing, because I think the confidence comes after you've been coaching a few people. But I would suggest almost like fake, it's not really fake it till you make it kind of thing, but it's almost really all you can own right now is what it's done for you.
Oh, yeah, absolutely.
Okay. So, and I'm sure there's a lot of people that trust you because they come to you to get their hair done.
Oh, yeah.
So,
And
go ahead.
Yeah, I know it sounds stupid, but, like, once I name my business, Nancy, is that what you did? You named, is that the website that I went to?
And that's, yes, and that's where the people will go to place their orders once they start. So they do need to know about your website, but not probably until they're ready to order.
Okay.
Because then they would go there and find out all things that, like Lisa said.
I don't even think I still don't think I've looked at your website. I think I just went in.
And did your order.
Right.
Yeah.
So I do have to set it up for that much at least.
Oh, yeah, for when someone's ready to go and order.
Like, am I ready for somebody to order now, even though it's not out? Like, am I?
You don't have your website set up yet?
No.
With your name? You need to get that set up. So, and it's pretty simple. It's ABC123. As long as you just, you click the link that they emailed you and you go ahead and get that in motion. And
Okay.
A lot of people do their website, their names, where it's easy to remember, because that's sort of like you're owning your own brand. Some people do a little, something really clever, like a name that people can remember that's sort of, fun. But it's either one. The thing is getting that set up. Now, all of you that's on here, do you set your first client's order up? Your very first client's order up?
Yeah.
Most of them, yes.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
See, I find I set up everyone's first order because there again, I had a teacher, I had a guide that showed me how to do that. So sometimes people get a little scared whenever they go to the website and they don't know, and then they're texting you or they're calling you, and then doing a haircut, you ain't got time to explain. So it's better sometimes for you to learn that yourself. Go in and set their first order up, set their username and password up.
Do all that for them.
Yes, their first order, because that moves everything along a little faster. Because sometimes if people have to wait for the right time, then they may take a week before they get online and order.
Right.
So your job is to make that process as simple and easy as you can. And then once you get them set up, then you transfer the information. Here's my website, here's your username and password, and you guide them through the process of whenever it's time for them to update their order.
Okay.
Okay?
Well, and then I thought, Nancy, like you came to my house. Steve and Katie, is that what you do for people? I mean, do you go to their house, just call them? Like, what's been working?
Oh, go ahead, Katie.
Go ahead.
No, go ahead.
So far we've done it online, over the phone. So where we are on our website and then they are on like the generic tsfl.com website, so they can see what we're basically looking at, what foods they want to pick. But we're placing the order on our site. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah. Yep.
But Sue, remember, I went through your order on over the phone with you.
Yeah.
The coaching thing I went to your house for.
Yeah, that's right. I called you. Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, because I could probably, I'm trying to just think how much to make it easier for everybody. And I understand like signing them up at first, but that's the other thing that I have to get better at is knowing what stuff to send. Like you kept sending me things. Like, I don't know, do you have a file you just keep going in or?
You're on mute.
That's in your office once that gets all set up. It's a lot of reading in your business guidebook.
Yep.
That will tell you all that in there. It's
Okay.
It is. It's all step. It's like your whole Monday.
Okay.
Go ahead, Steve.
Nancy,
Yes.
I'm sorry, Lisa.
Yes.
Lisa. They changed a lot of the paperwork around, and Nancy and I were talking about this earlier. What the new client profile form where they fill out all their information, it's different. It's different now. So are we still, would it be better to send that before we sit down and we help them place their first order? Would it be better to just send that to them and have them fill that out? Or what do you?
See, I love to go over the profile with them. See, it's everything works different for everyone, but I love to have the profile in front of me, and I love to have them on the phone, and I love to manually write these things down on their profile.
Which one are we using now? Because
well, we got the new profiles now to use. So those I'm even finding even on the new profiles, it's good, but it's changed. So we're having to relearn things. And there's even questions on there that I'm like, I don't like that question. I want to go backward to the old question. But me personally, I have. Which, for Sue, she's going to have to come in with this new profile system because it's basically you are interviewing people, but with them wanting to do the program, but you're finding out their why they want to do the program. And that's basically, I tell it's okay to have their starting weight and how tall they are and if they're on medications, because there's certain medications with the SOA, you got like thyroid medicine and there's a lot of people on thyroid medicine. They have to do the whey-based food for their first meal replacement. So see, all this stuff is in our document library in our Office in Motion. So you can be able to make sure, but that's questions. And on the list, it will tell you the things to make sure that you ask your client, and I find that their why and the medications that they're on is probably the two most important things that you can ask.
Why do you feel like that? Like the medications, like is there
Well,
a good,
because what's going to happen, you've got somebody that's on blood pressure medicine or that's, a diabetic, especially type 2, they will start to, immediately their blood pressure will start lowering. And if they're on this medication, they need to always let their doctor know that they're on the program because he will have to monitor their meds. Because what happens is a lot of people that's on high blood pressure medicine, by being on the program losing weight, they don't need that strength of medication. So then they start getting this woozy feeling. And it's where their dog, so we let everyone know out of the gate, make sure your healthcare professional knows that you're doing the program because he will need to monitor your meds.
okay. So the doctor, if they're on medication like that, they need to be in contact with their doctor.
Absolutely.
Tell everyone to, yeah.
Yes, they need to let their doctor know that they are on this because basically the doctor's probably already told them you need to diet and exercise, but he didn't give them a plan. So
Right.
here we're coming in and giving them a plan. So then he has to be aware that they're on the plan so that way he can monitor their meds
Okay.
accordingly. Yeah.
Yeah, and Nancy had said that really we need to tell everyone, please check with your doctor
Yes.
Mhm.
Yes.
prior to starting anything, just so that, their safety and us.
Right.
And then what's really neat too is if you have someone that's going to do the program, but maybe they've got, like I had a lady that she started having, she had a gallbladder attack. And so we have a nutritional support line that you actually can send the information into them because she was an existing client, and they will give you information back about, if there's something she needs to stop or if we need to readjust things. So it's really neat to know that you have that in your hands. And every client that gets started on the program, make sure that they're connected to the Bio Network, which is nutritional support, doctors' calls, and nurses' calls. Because we have this support system that helps our clients where we're not having to do all the work. We're just holding their hand and guiding them over here. And then we connect them to the foundation of what's going to help them move forward in their optimal health well-being. We're basically the cheerleader and guiding them through the simple system according to our experience with the program.
Okay.
The book says all the numbers.
And is that, now do you still think like right out the gate, just get people, like I got to try to get my website. I don't know if I'll have time tonight or tomorrow morning to get that up and running, but I want to start getting people signed on as soon as possible.
Mm-hmm.
So, do you say like go to the doctors or just let them know or like?
Yeah, just tell them, say, look, we're going to go ahead, because especially if they're on blood pressure medicine, things like that, just say, look, we can go ahead, because we know our program is going to help you to be able to put your body back in balance, where you will be able to actually reduce your medications, even get off your medications, but make sure your doctor knows that you're going to be on this program where you'll be losing weight and you're not going to really need that, but he needs to monitor your the dosage and stuff that you're taking, because they will. Well, I've had multiple people that's gotten off medications.
Mhm.
I think Sue's nervous about, is it okay to start them before they've talked to their doctor?
Yeah.
Yes, you can start anyone before. The only people that cannot, there's actually a like
Pregnant people, diabetes 1.
heart attack,
Cancer,
Cancer. Yeah.
can't.
But all these questions are on the health tracker when you're interviewing them.
Yep.
That you keep, so when you ask them if they're on medications and stuff.
Is
And
that the thing you
tell-
sent me that I haven't had a chance to do yet? Is
No,
that
what I sent you was the
the health
well-being
tracker?
evaluation.
Oh, okay. So there's another form somewhere I've got to find.
Yep.
Yep.
That form is like a profile form with their name, address, what their password will be, and then what medications they're on, why they're doing this program.
So I need to meet with you again, Sue, and show
Okay.
you my whole binder.
Okay.
and then guide her to where these forms are at too, so that way she can make
Yes.
copies of them and have.
Yeah.
Because what?
Or I wonder if they came in the kit. If someone, no, they don't.
Oh, those don't count. And there's some things I would have changed in the kit. See, but there again, it's a new system, so we're trying to follow that. But you know, the key with it also is let's keep it simple. Let's make it where you got people they see you're the walking billboard. They want what you have, and you're going to be able. All you got to do is get the food in their hands, and the coaching process. That's really where you will grow mentally as a coach.
Right. And also now they just launched a mobile version because nowadays everybody is doing things on their phone.
Right.
So that's my thought too, is how I've got to figure out, and maybe Nancy, you can help me once I get set up, is like how I could be right with them and say, okay, here we go. Let's just do it now before they even leave. Like sometimes I have an opportunity where I can do that. And they do have the pamphlet, the new, because I get to go through the new box stuff. They have all the foods listed. So I was just going to put like Sue's, like favorite or something, Sue's with a star. And like I would have those on hand just so people would know that those I've eaten, those I like. Because I know I asked Nancy, like, what do you like? And I chose not to do the meals. I only do the bars, shakes, quenchers.
Yeah.
Cereal, I think I've done the like chili. So I didn't choose to do that meal push, the meals. You know what I mean? I just didn't, for me, that just wasn't going to work. Like if I'm
I have a lot of people that do them, and I don't know what to tell them because I haven't had them, but they want to try it and they end up liking them. So I wouldn't really suggest many because everybody's so different.
Yeah, Nancy, I'll second that with what Nancy said because I so had it in my mind, oh, Nancy, try this. You will love this, love this. And she didn't. She didn't love the same things I love. So, you know, I'm like you, Sue. I did like the bar, quick, easy, delicious brownie bakes, bars, cereal, get me out of the house, and that worked for me. But some people love the meals and some people, so yeah, try not to presume that they'll like the same things you like,
And me personally, I know whenever I contacted Steve, I took care of him. We didn't talk about the food.
Okay.
It was just the program. And even now, every first time client that I have, I always get them a variety pack of a variety of foods. I never say, oh, let's customize. Generally, the second month, they want to customize because they find their favorites. But what's so great is if you spend time on customizing it, there again, you may say, oh, Kim, I like the chocolate crunch bars. Well, Kim may get them and go, well, I don't really like those chocolate crunch bars. Okay, so why not just go ahead and just say, hey, here's the program. You're going to get 30-day supply of, the meal replacements. There will be a variety of our favorite foods, and they're all interchangeable. And then you're going to get Dr. Anderson's Habits of Health system, which is it's the mind part that's going to help you to be able to learn how to, once you lose the weight, keep the weight off. But then you're going to have the coach, because the coach is going to be that glue that's going to help support you throughout the journey, so that way you can be successful. And even whenever times get a little, bumpy, we can be able to share some things with you to excel you through the process. And then what I always let everyone know, I say, okay, now you have a 30-day period. That, say for instance, in your variety pack, there's probably 5 or 6 boxes of food that you do not like. Even if you've eaten one meal out of the box, did you know that you can actually exchange those for some foods that you do like?
Okay.
So they go, oh, that's neat. And then, so that way they don't feel like they're going to have this stuff sitting up in the cabinets and they're not going to eat it. But there again, you don't know what everyone's going to like. So I just...
So funny, because people that have said they don't like the taste of it, like I've had a few things not mix as well as I'd like. And then you get that, there's a little off taste, you know what I mean? But I don't know. I think everything tastes well for prepackaged food. You know what I mean? Like really well.
And then I always let everyone know too, I say, and for some odd reason, if you were to get on the program for a week and then you cannot do the program, then you actually can send all your food back to the company and they will refund your money.
Really? 1 week?
You can, it's because basically people know in the beginning if they're not going to do it. But I find that people that do that are people that we're having to persuade or come on, do the program. Never beg anybody to do this program.
Right. See, and I want to avoid that, truthfully. Like, if they're coming to me and saying, like I did to Nancy, like, I don't want to sell this.
No.
You know what I mean? Like, that's not my job. You know, that's
Exactly.
too much else on my plate to go do that. But if people want it, that says, Nancy, why wouldn't I do it? You know what I mean?
Exactly. And it's fun because you really get to be part of their journey, which enhances your journey.
Mhm.
Right.
You find yourself growing more as an individual. And then plus there again, if you get the healthy mind and the body in balance, you're going to see that the finances follow. It just follows.
Right.
And it's sort of fun if you don't really know how that all works and you're earning all this money and you go, oh,
Yeah, I'm not even, like, I'm probably like Nancy in that, is that, it's always in the back of your mind. Well, my first thing is, well, I want the discounted food. I'm hoping that's still right? You get a discount. Because if I'm saying I'm now, that was my first motivation. Like, okay, I need to get that bill down a little. But then if like the compensation, I haven't even looked at it, to be honest with you. I don't know that I will, because that's not what I'm doing.
No, you don't need to yet.
If it comes, that's
great.
fine. But for right now, it's the sharing part. Like, I'm a helper. I like to help people.
Yes.
So I can help, then great. And I just know, especially not Steve, and Katie, you're probably not even there yet, but this menopausal, whatever the hell it is, 10-year thing, I'm like, what the hell? So if this can help other people, like it's helped me, I'm like, okay, I think I have a little more balance.
Absolutely.
Oh, that's good to know, Sue.
Good thing if you've got those shears in your hands.
Yeah, right? And I'm like, hey, who else gets to have a brownie for breakfast?
Exactly. Well, let me share with you, and it's so neat because I think you attract your tribe. You attract people that are of the same mind. That's me. I could care less about the money, but it was like I done hair for 30 years. I had a clientele, so people seen the transformation. So then they said, what are you doing? And I said, I'm just eating this food every 3 hours. And I got this health coach. And this is before we had a website. We had a fax in our orders. Okay. So I called my coach and I'm like, I got all these people that want to do the program. He said, well, why don't you coach them? I said, I don't have any time. I'm too busy cutting everybody's hair. And he said, I've not really taken much time, have I? And I said, well, no, not really. You just call and check on me and stuff. So we become health coaches. Like I said, I'm just dumb about everything. All I know is and we didn't even have all these nice foods they have now. So we only had one portable food. Everything was shakes or soups or puddings, things like that. So anyway, we become health coaches. I started signing up people right and left. We went executive director, which that's like where you're servicing about 25 clients. Okay.
Oh.
We done that in 30 days, clueless about what we were doing. and then we received a check in the mail for like $2,200. And I was like going, what? No. And then of course my husband, he's all about the compensation. He wants to know how it works, But there again, it's more playful if you don't really look at it from of what you're going to earn. It's just that follows the heart of who you are. So if you love and you care about people and you really want to show them, you can't make anyone do this. You can't even make someone follow the structure.
No.
You just got to ask questions whenever they hit a roadblock. Hey, let's talk about that. What caused you to hit a roadblock?
And that's why I chose to do this. Like, at first I didn't want to disappoint Nancy. Like, I'm like, because that's my other personality. Like, you know what I mean? You want to be the pleaser. But I'm like, I could do this and probably drop the 20 pounds quickly, but I'm going to be miserable.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm like, I've got to do it real life for me so that I can tell other people real life. Because that's like, behind the chair, it's all real life.
Yes,
Yep.
so it is.
I feel that, and I don't know, like, I keep thinking, like, I don't know that I want to go off the 5 and 1.
Oh, I know the feeling. We have in the house. I mean, it's still, we're on more Whole Foods, but they still go out with me in the day.
You can be on the safe side.
Like,
You can be on the safe side now. See, we didn't even have this. I was a 5-in-1 addict for a long time.
will you too? Yeah.
Yeah. But
I
see,
think that I will be.
you can feel safe.
Oh,
Yeah. So, but first things first, get your website set up.
yep.
Go ahead and whenever you start having those clients, say, look, all I need to know right now is I need your credit card information. I need your shipping, your billing address. That's basically all you need right now. Then you can get with Nancy or Katie and Steve and go ahead and get those orders placed for those people. And then,
Okay.
and then the profile stuff really needs to be done before they get started on the program.
Okay, like try to get them ordered, but get their profile going so I know what to.
Why they want to do it, all that stuff. Yeah.
Yes. And make this work for you. You know, there again, you need to know if they're on some medications. That's another little thing you need to know in advance before you place their order too.
Right.
Now, like if you do have someone that's on thyroid medicines, they will need some whey-based foods because they'll have to eat those for the first meal of the day. So you may have to customize their order just a little bit, you know, or maybe add those like.
Oh, okay. So here's a quick question for you too, and I didn't research it because one of my girls, Nancy, that works for me, she said my thyroid doctor said I can't have soy, so I can't do your program.
She can. We actually have a thyroid, like an information sheet that you can send her. But tell her that we have several clients that do this, but they just have to do along with their medicine, because a lot of times they take their medicine, they have to wait an hour before they eat anything. They just have to make sure that their first meal is a whey-based food, and we provide the whey-based food for them, and then the remainder of the meals are soy, and it will not interfere with their thyroid or their medicine.
I just signed one up, Sue. She just finished her first week. And she's got the thyroid issue.
Okay.
So it's just that first meal. And I think she has an antioxidant shake or something, or I forget what she got. Something without soy in it.
Oh, okay. But then they can do
Then
whatever.
they can, yeah.
They can do the rest of the soy foods.
Okay. And true, it's like I already know, like I'm not going to convince her. Like
Well, I can email you that instead of having you look for it right now. I can email you that guide.
okay.
Yeah, and then all you can do is say, "Hey, I heard you say something about your doctor said you couldn't do this. I just thought you may enjoy this information." Bam. So you've done that part, but yet you've left it in her court where she'll do the research and she'll study. And if she says, "Hey, I still want to do, I want to do this now,"
Yeah.
because see, it's a trust thing basically. But you're passing along the information that she needs, and it probably saying, you know what, you may want to take this to your doctor and let him see it too.
Right.
I do that with everyone because I have somebody with gout, diabetes, thyroid, and I print it, tell them to print it out and take it with them. And they get doctor's appointments pretty quick and they're ready to get on the program. So.
Okay. Yeah. And even if I can like email those to those, like that's the other thing too, like I don't even have a printer. Like, so I also I get nervous about not being able to give people what they need.
Everything's all, you can email everything. Everything. I'm pretty sure the way everything's set up now.
Print out is the profile, right?
Well, you can even do that online now.
Oh, you can?
Everything can be put on if you want to do it that way, but I like the binder. I like it all printed out for myself in my writing, and I'll show you all that. We need to get together and meet for that. But I wanted Lisa to help you with the basic, well, not even the basic, but the bigger. I don't even.
Yeah, and I definitely get the gist of it.
Okay.
I definitely, Nancy, I'll just need your help. I just have to check my schedule and your schedule, see what you're available.
Yep.
And so
I know you have a bedtime.
anytime you want, like say for instance, you got a group of women, say you got 4 or 5 women and they're all interested in the program, and you would really love to make it super easy and you will be actually learning because you're hearing us speak it. And see, as you're hearing us speak it, you're actually learning the language so that way that in the future when you're talking to more people, you're not really needing all of us to get together, but you're in the process of learning, because that's the thing. But if you have a group of ladies say, hey, why don't, I know you're all interested in the program, I'm going to send you a link and let's all get on here, and then that way they can feel this, what we have together, and plus it helps them feel more comfortable.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
And we all have a story to share with them, and everyone's, you know, we all started where they're starting, so it's just real.
Yeah, right?
Real and raw, as my daughter says. Just so raw, mama. So that's, you know, that's really what you have. You don't have to be scared because you're not by yourself. You get to hang out with us, and we get to share with you the things to make it super easy. Basically, your job is to just gather up clients and people that are ready to start this journey, and then go ahead and get your website set up, and then all the stuff, let's move accordingly so that way that you're not feeling overwhelmed with so much stuff. And all the stuff that came in your box, just don't worry about that right now. Let's just sort of make this as easy as we can and fun and playful. And then we will get your clients signed up, and we will get show you that process as well, which will be super easy. And that way, as you do it, you will start seeing, oh, okay, this is pretty. I've got it going now. And, and then we'll start introducing some other things at the right time that you need, so you don't have to be overwhelmed.
Okay, great. Yeah, a little at a time, right, Nan?
Yes. Yes.
And we're not health professionals, Sue, so we don't have to feel like we have to know every little bit
Oh,
of.
no, I really am. 30 years behind a chair, yeah.
Well, you are, but I'm not.
And it's okay too whenever you're talking to people, say, you know, I don't really know the answer to that question, but I can find it.
Yep.
Yeah.
My daughter's going behind me to get food. That's all right. She's like,
So there again, it's a really fun community to be a part of, because there again, you're not going to be by yourself. You get to be a part of us, and we'll share with you everything that does work, things that doesn't work. But there again, have it to where people's following you and your brand. And, and it's not a bunch of information that they're reading about it, because if you got to go into depth and figure out, your job is, what do you want?
Mm-hmm.
Well, I want to lose 30 pounds. Well, tell me about that. Why do you want to lose 30 pounds? Well, because I can't get in my swimsuit, and we've got these friends that we go out with, and their wives all look great. And I feel and I feel a little insecure. Oh, well, tell me about that. Because, you know, I know what that feeling's like. I've been there too. See, so that way they feel comfortable. They feel like you understand me. And then there again, your job is just, you know, is really to explore their why and just love them and support them and encourage them to love themselves. And eat the food every 3 hours and stay connected to people that care about them. And then they'll be successful, and then they'll be telling their friends about how great they look, or, you know, well, they don't have to tell their friends how great they look, because their friends will be coming to them going, you look great.
Yeah.
like, what did you do?
Yeah, exactly. So, and this system is duplicatable.
Okay.
Okay. So what you will pick up with, and the things that don't work. Now, I know there's a lot of people that's had the issue with people say, oh, I can't afford it. The only way you get that is if you're posturing it that way.
Okay.
If you go into it where you're interested in them, about what they would love to see, how they would love for their life to be different, how it would transform, and it's about you're interested in them, people don't care how much it costs. They'll sling their card at you.
Right.
But if it's like, you know, you're dancing around everything, talking about the food, talking about how it works, and all the stuff that's not important, that's not really about them, they'll always go to that.
Okay. Yeah. And truthfully, I've told everybody that, and I didn't know whether you thought, I'm glad you brought that up, because my first thing I was going to say, well, how much do you spend a week in groceries? Just off the bat, you know what I mean? And I know it's different for families with children, but, you know, what do you spend? Because I know I'm spending way less a week, way less. So over the course of 4 to 6 weeks with the food, I might be half of what I was spending.
Yes.
Because it's only my husband and I. You know, my daughter's home now, but when I cook enough, you know, stuff, but it's the lean or the green. And if not for them, I'll add the carbs. You know what I mean? I'll cook the rice and the potatoes.
Yes.
But I just use them. But we're definitely less.
Well, that happened with us. We had 2 children at home whenever we got on the program, and basically we sat down because at that time we only sat down for one meal a day anyway, and it was the lean and green, so it worked out great, and it actually bled off into our family, our kids, about the lifestyle because we have a daughter that's a health coach too, and she's 26 or she's 28, and she's amazing. And so she's helping that generation that grew up with the drive-in fast food stuff because it catches up with you, you know. So there again, it's like whatever you're learning for yourself, you know, these things you can pass it on to your kids and basically it's just learning from Dr. Anderson because he's the teacher. We're just the guide.
Yeah, and I'm going to read the book some more. I've got to do that. Like I'm going to just get myself familiar with the book a little bit more.
Yes.
Mm-hmm.
But Nancy, I will, when I go to work tomorrow, I'll check my schedule and then I'll text you to see what night would work better for you.
Okay.
And we can also do some more of these little training, just getting together, doing some role playing, things like that, because role playing is really good. So that way it makes it easier for you whenever you're talking to people that are inquiring about the program. So feel free anytime to set something like that up, and I'll be glad to be a part of it.
Okay, great. Thank you so much.
You're welcome. So we've got the leadership call here in 2 minutes. So is there anything else? Any questions? I hope this has been helpful.
Oh my gosh, very.
Very,
Yeah.
thank you.
Good. Well,
Thanks. Great.
And there again, Zooms that we do on Tuesday night for clients and on Thursday for health coaches. We do those every week. And then we've got our leadership call on Monday night. If you miss the live call on Mondays at 8 Central Standard Time, they do have it recorded. So always try to these are the things that we do that is enhancing our lives, our businesses, and the people we're around. So that's what we do. We follow the leaders.
Yeah, and that's what I was going to ask you. Like, I don't know, like, I have had I don't know that I could, I don't know how long it is, like, to do that again right now.
Yes.
But I could listen to it at another time.
Yes, as long as you've got the number, and of course Nancy will guide you in that too. But that's what we're all doing, and we want to lead you down that path too, so that way you can be very successful.
Okay, great. Thank you so much.
Oh,
All right, let me know, Sue.
I will. I'll text you tomorrow.
Okay.